Kentucky Electric Cooperatives, on behalf of our 26 member co-ops and the 1.8 million electric cooperative members, are proud to welcome you to the 2025 Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky Awards. We celebrate the people, places, hometown favorites, and events in our cooperative communities and all across Kentucky. The 16th Annual Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky Awards are sponsored by the LaRue County Chamber of Commerce, with help from personalities and Kentucky favorites from all across the Commonwealth. In this hour, we will announce how Kentucky Living readers voted in 30 Best in Kentucky categories, ranging from the great outdoors and shopping, destinations, entertainment, and eats and drinks. You can see all of the winners in the September issue of Kentucky Living, the largest by circulation publication in all of Kentucky. But now, returning for her 8th consecutive year, hosting Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards show, Miss America 2000, and our friend, Heather French Henry.
Welcome to Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards. Every month and for more than 75 years, Kentucky's Electric Cooperatives celebrates the energy of Kentucky. Tourism, recipes, gardening, home improvement, the people who make Kentucky a great place to live. Thanks to our 2025 sponsor, the LaRue County Chamber of Commerce. Please be sure to follow Kentucky Living on Facebook and X, where you can share updates from today's show with the hashtag Best in Kentucky. When a recipient has won first place in a category 3 consecutive years, they enter the Best in Kentucky Hall of Fame. So watch for the Hall of Fame star during the show. Now please welcome the editor of Kentucky Living, Shannon Brock.
Thanks, Heather. Each month in columns like Worth the Trip, Uniquely Kentucky, Kentucky Eats, and our famous events section, Kentucky Living helps readers make travel plans across the Commonwealth. We're so proud to partner with local tourism agencies and commissions across the state, and we are thrilled to welcome back Kentucky Department of Tourism Commissioner Mike Manget to present our first award. Hi, Mike.
Thanks, Shannon. We appreciate Kentucky Living's support of Kentucky tourism, which creates unparalleled experiences and lasting memories for travelers. In 2024, Kentucky tourism generated $14.3 billion in economic impact, supporting 97,000 plus jobs. Let's start the 2025 Best in Kentucky Awards with the winners in the category of Place for Adventure. In third place, Bernheim Forest and Arboretum, Claremont, Kentucky. Second place, Red River Gorge Geological Area, Stanton. And in first place, Mammoth Cave National Park, Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave National Park is a thrilling destination for adventure seekers. With the world's longest cave system to explore, visitors can hike, crawl, and climb through underground wonders. Above ground, scenic trails, kayaking, and diverse wildlife offer endless excitement in a stunning natural setting. As you make plans to travel across the state, check out the events listing in Kentucky Living magazine and KentuckyLiving.com. Shannon, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. While many Kentucky Living readers are looking for adventure, others are looking for a seat to take in a live performance in some of our state's entertainment venues. I'm excited to announce the top choices Kentucky Living readers say are the places for live music. Third place, The Grove, Glasgow. Second place, Joel Ray's Lincoln Jamboree, Hodgenville. And first place, the Amp at Log Still, Gethsemane. Nestled in Kentucky's Bourbon country, this 2,300-seat amphitheater hosts top national acts in an intimate, scenic setting. With concerts nearly every weekend from May to October, it's where music and atmosphere strike the perfect chord. Heather, there's the first 2 categories. 28 more to go. Now back to you.
Thanks, Shannon. Well, now let's go to Kentucky Educational Television. Backed by popular demand is the host of both News Quiz and Inside Louisville, a former Best in Kentucky winner in her own right, Kelsey Starks. Hey, Kelsey.
Hey, Heather, it is great to be back and bring Kentucky together. In a moment, we have our special Best in Kentucky edition of News Quiz. But first, here are the results of the vote by Kentucky Living readers for kid-friendly attraction. In third place, Kentucky Down Under Adventure Zoo in Horse Cave. In second place, Ark Encounter in Williamstown. And coming in first place is the Louisville Zoo in Louisville. And as you know, the Louisville Zoo is the state zoo of Kentucky and the top nonprofit paid attraction in the state. The zoo is dedicated to bettering the bond between people and our planet by providing excellent care for animals, a great experience for visitors, and leadership in scientific research and conservation education. Now to our special Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky edition of KET's News Quiz. Here's your question. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the classic novel, The Great Gatsby. At what Kentucky landmark did author F. Scott Fitzgerald draw inspiration for his famous story? I'll be back later in the show with that answer. Heather?
Thanks, Kelsey. Well, you know, Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards are not only a celebration of Kentucky favorites, but also a celebration of Kentucky friendships. Which brings us to a favorite of Wave TV viewers in Louisville and beyond. Welcome back to my friend, Dawn G.
Thank you, Heather. It is always fun to check in with Kentucky Living and the best in Kentucky. And my sweet tooth appreciates the category I get to announce this year, Sweet Shop. Third place, Serendipity Candy Kitchen, Shelbyville. Second place, Sweets by Cindy, Junction City. And first place, The Sweet Shop and Dessert Cafe, Hodgenville. On the square in downtown Hodgenville or at festivals across the state, including the Kentucky State Fair, the Sweet Shop and Dessert Cafe makes more than 30 flavors of homemade gourmet fudge from a secret recipe in double boiler kettles. And Heather, the Sweet Shop and Dessert Cafe is a Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky Hall of Famer. And they're good in my tummy, too. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dawn. And that's a great reminder that the 16th Annual Best in Kentucky Awards are brought to you by the LaRue County Chamber of Commerce. That's where we find Executive Director Sandy Kidd.
Hello, this is Sandy Kidd, your Executive Director of the LaRue County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to Hodgenville, Kentucky, where history and heartland hospitality come together. Nestled in the heart of LaRue County, Hodgenville is best known as the birthplace of our 16th President, Abraham Lincoln. Stroll through the stunning Lincoln Birthplace National Historical Park, where history echoes through every tree-lined trail. Explore the charming downtown square, home to unique shops, cozy cafes, and the iconic Lincoln statue that watches over it all. From seasonal festivals and antique treasures to scenic drives and small town smiles, there's always something to discover in Hodgenville. Come for the history, stay for the hospitality. Hodgenville, Kentucky, Honest Abe's hometown, and maybe your next favorite getaway. Come see us real soon.
When Ryan Quarles appeared in Kentucky Living's first Best in Kentucky Awards show in 2017, he was the Commissioner of Agriculture. Now he's the president of the Kentucky Community and Technical College System, but still Kentucky proud. Hey, Ryan.
Thanks, Heather. And thanks to Kentucky Living and Kentucky Electric Cooperatives for sharing this positive news about Kentucky. The magazine has featured many recording artists over the years, and I am pleased to announce the Best in Kentucky winners this year in the category of Kentucky musician or band. The winners bring their Kentucky talents to Nashville, all terrific ambassadors for our bluegrass state. In third place, Taylorsville native J.D. Shelburne. In second place, the pride of Lawrence County, Tyler Childers. And in first place, hailing from Johnson County, Chris Stapleton. Chris has won 11 Grammys, 19 Country Music Association awards, plus 19 more from the Academy of Country Music, all while supporting charitable causes with his Outlaw State of Kind Fund. Thank you for helping Kentucky. Chris Stapleton continues the All-American Roadshow Tour through this summer. What a great ambassador for Kentucky, and that's something you know a little bit about, Heather. Back to you.
Well, I've always been proud to represent our great Commonwealth. Thanks so much, Ryan. Well, when you open your Kentucky Living each month, do you start at the end? Well, that's where you'll find Kentucky storyteller Byron Crawford. And his book, The Back Page, is actually a collection of his Kentucky Living columns since he took over the Back Page column in 2011. Before Byron's writing and television career, he got his start in radio. So Byron, you're back on the air.
Thanks, Heather. Much like electric cooperatives, Kentucky's broadcasters are committed to the communities they serve. Delivering timely news updates and celebrating local culture connects neighbors across towns, back roads, and counties. Now here are the 2025 Best in Kentucky winners in the category of local radio host. Third place goes to Cale Tharp, WLCB 93.7 Hodgenville. Second place, Kelly McKay, WHHT 103.7 Glasgow. And first place to Larry Smith, WBLC 99.9 Campbellsville. This is the 48th year Larry Smith has been on the air. Listeners to his Mornings on Main tune in on 99.9 FM, The Big Dog. From 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., Larry keeps the area informed and entertained. Plus, classic rock on his Southern Fried Friday night show. Now, let's stay on the airwaves and go to the studios of Quixie Radio in Elizabethtown, where Brian Walker and Tricia Caudell host another one of the best morning shows in Kentucky.
Thanks, Byron, and thanks to Kentucky Living for supporting the people, places, and activities that make the Commonwealth a great place to live and visit. Here are the winners in the category of Best Coffee Shop. Third place, Apostolic Coffee in Radcliffe. Second place, Ace Coffee in Cave City.
First place, Vibe Coffee, Elizabethtown and Hodgenville. Vibe Coffee blends big city flavor with small town charm across 3 cozy historic locations in E-Town and Hodgenville. Known for handcrafted drinks, house-made pastries, and Kentucky's first acai bowls, Vibe sources local, organic ingredients and roasts from award-winning partners, creating a welcoming space where community and quality brew come together.
We're excited for local businesses and look forward to exploring all the Best in Kentucky winners. Congratulations. Now back to Best in Kentucky host Heather Frank Henry.
We go from radio studios in Elizabethtown to television studios in Bowling Green. WNKY News 40's Ashley Wilson and meteorologist Chris Allen. Welcome to Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky.
Hello, Heather, and greetings from Bowling Green.
We appreciate how Kentucky Living spotlights the many places to visit across the Commonwealth, including the many places in our viewing area.
Here are the 2025 Best in Kentucky winners of the category of Down Home Restaurant. Third place, B&N Food Market, Baghdad.
Second place, Country Store restaurant in Bradfordsville.
And first place, Lighthouse Restaurant, Sulphur Well. The Lighthouse Restaurant is not just a restaurant, it is a destination full of history and delicious Southern-style food served family style.
Known for their big homegrown tomatoes and heaping bowls of farm-grown vegetables served alongside things like country ham, fried chicken, fried catfish, the Lighthouse Restaurant is across the road from the historic Sulphur Well Park in Metcalfe County.
And as they say every month in Kentucky Living, Heather, it's worth the trip.
Oh, it is. Congratulations to all the winners. Now back to you.
Thanks, Ashley and Chris. Well, did you know that America's commercial wine industry was born right here in Kentucky more than 200 years ago? Well, today, the Commonwealth's more than 65 vineyards and wineries produce about 200,000 gallons of wine each year. And here are this year's Best in Kentucky winners in the winery category. Third place, Spring Hill Winery, Bloomfield. Second place, McIntyre and Family Winery, Bardstown. And first place, Purple Toad Winery, Paducah. Inspired by a Napa Valley vacation, June and Alan Dawsey transformed a golf driving range into a vineyard. Purple Toad Winery is a true Kentucky original. Since opening in 2009, Purple Toad has quickly become the largest in the state. Their passion, perseverance, and handcrafted wines have made Purple Toad a toast-worthy Kentucky treasure. We so appreciate the many radio and television personalities who are announcing Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards this year. Here is who Kentucky Living readers voted Best Local TV Personalities. Third place, India Jones, WKYT, Lexington. Second place, Dawn G., Wave, Louisville. And first place, Candace Clift, WDRB, Louisville. For 28 years, Candace Clift has been reporting the news in Louisville, and since 2003, she has been the friendly face Louisvillians wake up to on WDRB in the morning. Her warm, conversational style makes viewers feel like family. Award-winning, calm under pressure, and a gifted storyteller, Candace also is an adjunct college professor teaching writing, storytelling, public speaking, and media law and ethics. 28 years for Candace, and next year will mark 30 years on television for Emmy Award-winning meteorologist TJ Shuck. 3 years ago, he joined ABC 36 in Lexington as chief meteorologist. Hey TG, welcome back to Best in Kentucky.
Thanks, Heather. We're checking a different kind of temperature reading in the next Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky category, the oven. Here's what readers have voted as Kentucky's best bakery. Third place goes to Sweet Peace Bakery in Ashland. Second place, Haydorn's Bakery in Bardstown. And first place, Burke's Bakery and Delicatessen in Danville. For over 100 years, Burke's Bakery has been Danville's sweet spot for scratch-made cookies, donuts, and pastries. This family-run gym starts baking before dawn to deliver the freshest treats. From Persian rolls to 1,000 donut orders, Burke's is a Kentucky classic, one delicious bite at a time. And speaking of true Kentucky favorites, let's toss it back to Miss America herself, Heather French Henry.
Thanks, TG. Well, if we're taking orders for 1,000 donuts, let's go ahead and also plan for a nice long walk to burn them off. Well, WKYT TV's Bill Bryant and Amber Philpott are standing by with some great hiking trails.
Thanks, Heather. The last couple of years, Amber and I have announced the Best in Kentucky categories of craft beer and barbecue.
So it's about time we stretch our legs and take a hike.
Here is how Kentucky Living readers voted in the category of hiking trail. Third place, Mammoth Cave National Park.
Second place, Bernheim Forest in Arboretum.
And first place, Red River Gorge Geological Area in Stanton. From the iconic natural bridge to hidden arches and rugged ridgelines, Red River Gorge is a hiker's dream. With trails for every skill level, easy strolls to some challenging climbs, this Kentucky treasure offers breathtaking views, forested paths, and some unforgettable adventures. Lace up your boots and discover why Red River Gorge is a top destination for outdoor lovers.
Thanks again to the member-owned co-ops for their commitment to community and to the linemen and all of the staff for keeping the lights on.
And we look forward to reading more about the co-ops, the great Kentucky stories, and all of the best in Kentucky winners in the September issue of Kentucky Living. Heather, back to you.
Thanks, Bill and Amber. Well, now we go from hiking to camping. Let's check in with Kentucky Living's great outdoors columnist, Ken McBroom.
Hi, Heather. It's always a good time to plan your next hunting, fishing, or camping trip, and it's a challenge to narrow it down to just 3 spots. But here's how Kentucky Living readers voted in the category of camping and RV spots. Third place goes to Lincoln Lodge, Hodgenville, Kentucky. Second place goes to Nolan Lake State Park, Mammoth Cave. And first place goes to Green River Lake State Park in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Tucked into the rolling hills of Campbellsville, Green River Lake State Park is a camper's paradise. With over 1,300 acres of land and an 8,200 acre lake, it offers RV and tent sites, hiking trails, a beach, and even mini golf. Whether you're casting a line or catching a sunset, this park is pure Kentucky beauty. Be sure to check out my Great Outdoors column in the next issue of Kentucky Living magazine, and catch up on my previous columns at KentuckyLiving.com. And for more outdoors, let's go to WPSD TV in Paducah.
Thanks, Ken. It's great to be back on Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards.
Yeah, here's where Kentucky Living readers voted as the best 3 public hunting or fishing areas in the state. Third place, Cave Run Lake, Moorhead.
Second place, Green River Lake. And first place is
Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area, Golden Pond. A paradise for hunters and anglers alike, Land Between the Lakes boasts thousands of acres of game-rich forests and over 300 miles of shoreline.
with 250 plus days of in-season hunting and year-round fishing on Kentucky and Barkley Lakes. It's a sportsman's dream. From spring crappie in shallow coves to fall bass near brushy banks, every season brings a new adventure.
Yeah, and Heather, it's always a good time to visit Western Kentucky. Back to you.
We go now from the many sportsmen in Kentucky to the great athletes. Back for his second year on Best in Kentucky, when it comes to Kentucky sports, few voices are as trusted or as passionate as Kent Taylor. With decades of experience covering everything from high school rivalries to national championships. And he's standing by at WLKY TV.
Thank you, Heather. It's always fun to see who the fan favorites are here in Kentucky, from hometown heroes to recruits from across the globe. And here is who Kentucky Living readers selected this year as their top 3 athletes in the Commonwealth. In third place, Chucky Hepburn, the U of L guard, originally from Nebraska. Remember when he hit 6 3-pointers in a 4-minute span in their win over Pittsburgh? The KFC Yum Center was electric. In second place, Otega Owe, the UK guard from Lexington, originally from New Jersey. He beat his former school, Oklahoma, not once, but twice at the buzzer, including in the SEC tournament. Otega Owe in second place, and first place, the athlete of the year, Trent Noah, Owe's UK teammate from Harlan County. Harlan County's own lit up Kentucky high school basketball, finishing as the state's 5th all-time leading scorer with 3,707 points. He set a boys' Sweet 16 record with 19 3-pointers and averaged nearly 30 points a game as a senior. Now he's doing it at UK. His sharp shooting and relentless drive are putting Eastern Kentucky talent on the national map. They call him the Mountain Mamba. Okay, meanwhile, a Western Kentucky native is also on the national map. Let's go to CNN and Scott Jennings.
Thanks, Kent. You know, between all the fireworks and our discussions on CNN and everything we're doing on my new radio show on the Salem Radio Network, I always enjoy bringing a little bit of Kentucky to the rest of the world. Now, as you probably know, I'm a Kentuckian who loves to explore the Commonwealth, which is why I am proud to announce the top 3 choices for Kentucky event or festival. So we'll start with number 3. It's called Holiday on the Hill in Bardstown, Kentucky. In second place, it's the Lincoln Day celebration in Hodgenville. And in first place, and in one of my personal favorites, it's the Marion County Country Ham Days in Lebanon, Kentucky. Every September, over 30,000 visitors flock to the Country Ham Days in Lebanon in Marion County. It is a top 10 event, and it has been so since 1969. From the sizzling 2,000-pound ham breakfast to the Pokey Pig 5K to the hot air balloons to the parades to the live music, it is a weekend packed with flavor, fun, and small-town charm. So come hungry and leave happy when you visit the #1 first place Marion County Country Ham Days. And before I go, a quick reminder to check out the events listing and festival maps in Kentucky Living and on KentuckyLiving.com. This is a free service provided by Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and it's all about celebrating the energy of our local communities. Thanks to the co-ops and the 1 million readers of Kentucky Living magazine, one of whom is a good friend and a great Kentuckian. Welcome to the show, our Commissioner of Agriculture from Garrett County, Mr. Jonathan Schell.
Thanks, Scott. Our mission is supporting family farms and ensuring that all Kentucky communities, from the most rural to the most urban, understand the importance of our agriculture industry. I'm so grateful for Kentucky Living and Kentucky's electric cooperatives who help us tell that story. I'm excited to announce the Best in Kentucky winners for Agritourism attraction. In third place, Denison's Roadside Market, Horse Cave, Kentucky. Second place, Galrine Farms, Shelbyville, Kentucky. First place, Hinton's Orchard and Farm Market, Hodgenville, Kentucky. Rooted in 8 generations of LaRue County farming, Hinton's Orchard is a year-round celebration of Kentucky agriculture. From pick-your-own strawberries and pumpkins to hay rides, corn mazes, and fresh produce, Jeremy and Joanna Hinton have created a family-friendly agritourism destination. With markets in Hodgenville and Elizabethtown, it's no wonder Kentucky Living readers say Hinton's is the best in Kentucky. Thanks to Kentucky Living for spotlighting Kentucky agriculture. Now let's send it back to Miss America 2000, Heather French Henry.
Thank you, Commissioner Schell. Well, you are watching the 16th Annual Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky Awards, brought to you by the LaRue County Chamber of Commerce. Kentucky Living is the flagship publication of Kentucky Electric Cooperatives, and we're joined now by the president of that statewide electric co-op association, Chris Perry.
Thanks, Heather. Kentucky Electric Cooperatives is made up of all 26 electric cooperatives in the state. We are guided by cooperative principles, including the commitment to community. And that's what Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards are all about. Celebrating the character and the culture of Kentucky, its people, the places, history, lifestyle, and the unique characteristics. In Kentucky Living magazine, our local cooperatives communicate important information to better serve consumer members. With a readership of more than 1 million Kentuckians, we are so pleased to contribute to the co-op mission to improve the quality of life in the communities we serve. For the 9th consecutive year, we're proud to partner with the Office of the Governor on Beautify the Bluegrass, an initiative that recognizes beautification efforts in hometowns across Kentucky. And now, to announce the finalists for the 2025 Beautify the Bluegrass, here is the 63rd Governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks to Kentucky Living and Kentucky's electric cooperatives for supporting community projects across the Commonwealth. Last fall, we got to honor the Beautify the Bluegrass finalists at the Capitol, including the Governor's Award winner, Jackson Energy, for their Highway 11 welcome sign to Beattyville. It was a great time to celebrate the hard-working Kentuckians who rolled up their sleeves to make our new Kentucky home more beautiful. We're excited to recognize community projects again in 2025. This year brought the largest number of submissions ever. Here are the finalists. The Irvin Schoolhouse renovation in Russell Springs. The Logston Valley Park Trail renovation in Big Clifty. The Loretto Clock Tower Plaza project. Owensboro's Operation Community Cleanup. And the Boo Singleton project in Falmouth. Learn more about these projects and vote for your favorite before August 29th at KentuckyLiving.com. Congratulations to all the finalists, and thank you to all the volunteers who work to improve our communities. Good luck.
Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Hall of Fame honors recipients who have claimed first place in a category 3 consecutive years. Land Between the Lakes, National Recreation Area, Golden Pond, Public Hunting Fishing Area. Green River Lake at Green River Lake State Park, Campbellsville, Camping Spot. Museum, Lincoln Museum, Hodgenville. Abraham Lincoln Birthplace National Historical Park, Hodgenville. Historical Landmark Museum, and Historic Site. My Old Kentucky Home, Bardstown, Historic Site. Hinton's Orchard and Farm Market, Hodgenville, Farm Tourist Attraction. Lincoln Day Celebration, Hodgenville, Event or Festival. Lake Cumberland, Fishing Spot. Boating Lake or River, and Houseboating Lake. The Whistle Stop, Glendale, non-franchise restaurant. Moonlight Barbecue Inn, Owensboro, Barbecue. Red River Gorge Geological Area, Winchester, Extreme Adventure Sport Location. Cumberland Falls at Cumberland Falls State Resort Park, Corbin, Scenic View. Churchill Downs, Louisville, iconic Kentucky landmark. Perryville Battlefield State Historic Site, Perryville, Civil War Site. General Burnside Island State Park, Burnside, Golf Course. Somer Nights Cruise, Somerset. Car Show Cruisin'. Jericho Woods, Webster, Kentucky Musician Band. Ale 81 Bottling Company, Winchester, made in Kentucky product. Country Boy Brewing, Georgetown, craft beer. Berea Craft Festival, Berea, Arts and Crafts Fair. The Sweet Shop and Dessert Cafe, Hodgenville, Sweet Spot. Maker's Mark Distillery, Loretto, Distillery. Lighthouse Restaurant, Edmonton, Down Home Restaurant. Mammoth Cave National Park, Mammoth Cave, Day Trip. Louisville Zoo, Louisville, kid-friendly attraction. Purple Toad Winery, Paducah, Winery. Hometown Pizza, LaGrange, Pizza.
Every month, Kentucky Living's Kentucky Eats column introduces Kentucky Living readers to great local restaurants and their favorite recipes across the state. And Around the Table columnist Heather Bilyeu shares both her own creations and recipes suggested by Kentucky Living readers. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. In addition to the over 1,000 recipes available for free at KentuckyLiving.com, each month I love welcoming in readers into my own kitchen where I share recipes, cooking, and all the entertaining tips. And we are so appreciative of our readers and local restaurants for sharing their recipes. Here are the best of Kentucky winners in the breakfast category. Coming in third place, Pat's Place, located in Bardstown, Kentucky. In second place, Kentucky's finest family-style restaurant, located in Hodgenville, Kentucky. And in first place, Mamie's Kitchen and Bar, located in Bardstown, Kentucky. When it comes to breakfast in Bardstown, Mamie's is the place to be. From fluffy biscuits and gravy to eggs Benedict and bourbon glazed pancakes, their breakfast menu is a true Southern spread. It's family owned and full of heart. Mamie's also serves up lunch, dinner, and late night bites, but the day truly begins with breakfast. Be sure to check out my Around the Table column each month in the Kentucky Living magazine, but also don't forget that we have videos that correspond with many of the recipes filmed in my very own kitchen on our YouTube and Facebook page. Heather, it's back to you.
Thanks, Heather. Well, I heard something about bourbon glazed pancakes. Well, I think it's time for a trip down Kentucky's Bourbon Trail, and our tour guide is Claudia Coffey. On her YouTube series, The Bluegrass Life, Claudia highlights Kentucky's best, from iconic landmarks to hidden gem destinations. Claudia, how about the state's best distilleries?
Thank you, Heather. My YouTube series, The Bluegrass Life, where I'm taping here in Mount Washington, Kentucky, loves and celebrates Kentucky tourism, and the visitor experiences at distilleries across the state are a key ingredient. Here's who Kentucky Living readers voted as the best distillery tour in Kentucky. Third place goes to Evan Williams' Bourbon Experience in Louisville. Second place, Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort. And first place, Maker's Mark Distillery and Loretto. It is tucked in a scenic hills of Loretto, Kentucky. Maker's Mark offers one of the most iconic and beloved distillery experiences in all of Kentucky. From hand dipping your own bottle in signature red wax to exploring historic Star Hill Farm, every visit is a curated experience. It's more than a tour, it is a rite of passage for bourbon lovers. Be sure to check out Kentucky Living's Distilleries map. It's located in the October issue and on KentuckyLiving.com. There you can find a comprehensive guide to more than 80 distilleries all across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Right now, we're going to head on over to Lexington and the Fox 56 studios, where Marvin Bartlett and Andrea Walker have the next Best of Kentucky award. Hey there, guys.
Hey, Claudia, what a fun way to celebrate Kentucky.
In addition to this awards show, you can see and read about all the winners in the September Best in Kentucky issue of Kentucky Living magazine.
With more than 90,000 miles of streams and rivers and more than 1,000 square miles of lakes, Kentucky is a water lover's paradise.
We are excited to announce this year's winner in the category of Water Tourism Spot.
Third place, Cave Run Lake, Moorhead.
Second place, Green River Lake.
First place, Lake Cumberland, known as the houseboat capital of the world. Lake Cumberland is a premier destination for water tourism in Kentucky.
With more than 1,200 miles of shoreline, it offers boating, fishing, swimming, and scenic beauty. Whether you're cruising, camping, or relaxing lakeside, Lake Cumberland delivers unforgettable fun on the water.
You might say Kentucky Living is making a splash.
You give a whole new meaning to anchor, Marvin. Heather, we better send it back to you.
Thanks, Fox 56. Now to KET's Kentucky Edition and Laura Rogers. Like Kentucky Living, Laura travels the Commonwealth to bring compelling stories to all of us. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Heather. Well, just like the stories in Kentucky Living at KET, I get to share the stories of everyday Kentuckians doing extraordinary things and sometimes share accounts of our interesting history. I'm pleased to announce the Best in Kentucky Awards for Historic Attraction. Third place, Abraham Lincoln Birthplace, National Historical Park, Hodgenville. Second place, Mammoth Cave National Park, Mammoth Cave. First place, my old Kentucky home State Park, Bardstown. Steeped in history and Southern charm, my old Kentucky home State Park in Bardstown brings Kentucky's heritage to life. Tour the Federal Hill Mansion that inspired the state song, stroll the manicured grounds, and catch a performance of the Stephen Foster story. Heather, it's history, hospitality, and heart all in one place. Back to you.
And the sun shines bright on our old Kentucky home, or does it? We better check the forecast. Well, every year, one of the most hotly contested Best in Kentucky categories is Best Meteorologists, and we definitely have 3 of the best this year. third place, Jim Caldwell, WKYT Lexington. Second place, Jude Redfield, WDRB Louisville. And first place, Mark Weinberg, WDRB Louisville. For more than 20 years, Mark Weinberg has been updating WDRB TV viewers in Louisville on the forecast and manning the ship during severe weather. He's been the chief meteorologist for most of that time and super passionate about the weather all of the time. Congratulations, Mark. And thanks again to all the familiar faces and voices on Kentucky radio and TV who are announcing our winners today. At WHAS TV in Louisville, Great Day Live's Elle Bottom is making her Best in Kentucky debut. Welcome aboard, Elle.
Thank you so much, Heather. One of the great joys of working in Louisville TV is getting involved in the community and, of course, learning all about Kentucky. Many people use Kentucky Living magazine as their travel guide across the state, and I am so thrilled to announce how readers voted in the category of road trip. In third place, Heaven Hill Bourbon Experience, Bardstown. Second place, Red River Gorge Geological Area, Stanton. And coming in at first place, Mammoth Cave National Park, Mammoth Cave. Buckle up for a road trip to the world's longest cave system. With over 400 miles of explored passageways, it's an underground wonderland. Above ground, enjoy hiking, kayaking, and stargazing. Mammoth Cave National Park is where ancient geology meets epic adventure, all tucked into the heart of South Central Kentucky. And Heather, did you know that Mammoth Cave is so massive, it has more miles of mapped passageways than the next 3 longest cave systems in the world combined? Now talk about a road trip. Back to you.
Thanks, Elle, and welcome aboard. For a quarter of a century, LEX 18 viewers have tuned in every day for weather, humor, and even some education from Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck. Hey, Bill.
Oh, thank you so much, Heather. It is absolutely terrific to be back in Kentucky Living's Best in Kentucky Awards. And we're doing one of the great categories here, Kentucky Craft Beer. You know, it was the great Homer Simpson who said, beer, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. Well, this is actually more of the good stuff of beer. So let's get into the award winners here as we're forecasting a lot of cold ones for you. Third place comes out of Bardstown. It's Scout and Scholar. Second place from Lebanon. It's Good Buddies Brewing. And first place from Georgetown and Lexington. Ladies and gentlemen, first place, Country Boy. Now, Country Boy beer is known for their minimally processed beer with high-quality, real ingredients. Country Boy Brewing brews in Lexington and Georgetown, plus they have a tap room in Louisville. Fans use the Beer Finder tool on Country Boy's website to find out where that magnificent beer is available. 13 years after its founding right here in central Kentucky, and I remember when it came on the scene. It was one of the first craft beers really to come into Lexington. It was terrific, and it's about time for me to go find a cougar bait. Heather, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Bill. Well, on July 1st, Terry Miners marked 40 years since he joined what he called on Facebook the 840 WHAS 11 Courier-Journal Bingham Media family. Terry is one of 14 siblings, and his endearing presence makes everyone feel like a member of the family. Hello, my friend.
Thanks so much, Heather. I appreciate that. Okay, I get this emotionally charged category. People all have an opinion on this one. It's the taste, it's the smell, it's the look, it's all that. Here's how Kentucky Living readers voted for Best Barbecue. Number 3, Thatcher Barbecue Company, Slade. Number 2, B&N Food Market, Baghdad. And number 1, of course, Moonlight Barbecue Inn in Owensboro. Moonlight is already in the Kentucky Living Best in Kentucky Hall of Fame. and diners from near and far keep coming back for more. The Bosley family has owned this Owensboro classic since 1963, growing it from a 30 seats area to the current dining room with room for 350 people, and they could probably get more outside. The buffet is always fully stocked, and the Moonlight Empire now caters across Kentucky and southern states. So now, Heather, the question remains, barbecue pork or mutton? And then when it comes to those desserts, is it peanut butter pie or cherry cobbler? I'm going cherry cobbler on this one. Maybe we'll figure those out next time. Back to you, Heather.
Well, you can always order both, miners. And speaking of good food options, vendors are setting up as we speak for the Kentucky State Fair, which starts tomorrow with Kentucky Living Day on August 14th and runs through August 24th. And Lexi Ratterman is at the Kentucky Exposition Center with the foodie update.
Thanks so much, Heather. The Kentucky State Fair has it all, of course, with a rich tradition of agriculture as well as Kentucky Proud flavor. The fair is a showcase of livestock, World Championship horse show saddlebreds, blue ribbon competitions, homemade goods, mouth-watering treats, and good old-fashioned family fun. This year, we're proud to celebrate all things Kentucky all in one place. We have dozens of vendors getting ready to serve up everything from donut burgers to ribeye sandwiches. Which brings us to how Kentucky Living readers voted in the category of Best Food Truck in the Commonwealth. Third place, Matilda's Dogs and More, Sonora. Second place, Juanito's Street Tacos and More, Radcliffe and Bardstown. First place, Backroads Cookin', Bardstown. Rolling through Bardstown with flavor and flair, Backroads Cookin' serves up homemade breakfast and lunch the Kentucky way. Locally sourced sausage, hand-pattied burgers, and comforting Southern eats makes this truck a community favorite. We're so excited to kick off the Kentucky State Fair this year in 2025 with Kentucky Living on opening day. They'll be here in our South Wing A lobby for their media day, and we're so excited to meet all of the winners of this year's Kentucky Living competition. And Heather, I know you'll be here with Kentucky Living on Thursday, as well as throughout all 11 days of the fair at the Kentucky Remembers Vietnam War experience in South Wing.
We're excited to bring back to the Kentucky State Fair for the third year our Kentucky Remembers the Vietnam War Experience exhibit. As the daughter of a disabled Vietnam veteran, I am so excited to be able to honor the service and sacrifice of our Vietnam veterans. Join us in the South Wing as we close down the 50th commemoration nationally of the Vietnam War. We'll see you there. This celebration of Kentucky favorites has a lot in common with the Everyday Kentucky show on WKYT in Lexington. Since 2021, the show has entertained viewers with fun, lifestyle, today's headlines, and much more. Let's welcome host Jim Caldwell and India Jones to Best in Kentucky.
All right, thank you so much, Heather. We have a good time over here at Everyday Kentucky, don't we?
That is right.
All right, it is now time to talk about some other great things out there.
That's right. So Kentucky Living's tourism highlights often includes the unique and fun places to stay across the Commonwealth.
And here are this year's awards in the category of specialty lodging or bed and breakfast.
That's right. So third place is Spring Hill Bed and Breakfast. Bloomfield, of course.
And second place is, you ready? Maple Hill Manor Bed and Breakfast. That's in Springfield.
That's right. And first place goes to my old Kentucky Dome in Mount Washington. Congratulations to all of those wonderful winners.
Oh, that's fantastic right there, isn't it?
It absolutely is. I just love that everyone was able to participate, and we got some fantastic winners there in those categories.
You can find the perfect stargazing spot at the unique spot down there. The Dome, located on a private road and overlooking some of the most gorgeous countryside views that Kentucky has to offer. So that's what it is. So visitors to my old Kentucky Dome, in the top 10% of listings on Airbnb, experience glamping surrounded by nature and with comfort amenities like a king-size bed, full bathroom, well-stocked kitchenette, and Wi-Fi.
Okay, this sounds amazing. And here we thought Kentucky's favorite dome was, of course, Jim's head. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. 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 Let's
See what I have to put up with, Heather? Do you see what happens here on Everyday Kentucky? We love each other.
We do.
All right, Heather, back to you.
Always fun at Everyday Kentucky. Just 3 more categories to go. But first, we need to get the answers to the Best in Kentucky edition of KET's News Quiz. Back to Kelsey Starks.
Hey, Heather. Well, if you remember, our question is, this year marks the 100th anniversary of the classic novel, The Great Gatsby. At what Kentucky landmark did author F. Scott Fitzgerald draw inspiration for his story? And the answer? The Seelbach Hotel. As described in the January issue of Kentucky Living, in 1918, an unknown Fitzgerald was a soldier stationed at Louisville's Camp Zachary Taylor. On weekend passes, the aspiring author would frequent the Seelbach bar, scribbling notes on cocktail napkins and meeting people who inspired the characters in that famous novel. You can read all about it at KentuckyLiving.com and look out for the Uniquely Kentucky column in the magazine. It's like a museum exhibit delivered to your home each month. And here are the 2025 winners in the category of museum. Coming in 3rd place, John James Audubon State Park Museum in Henderson. Taking 2nd place, Lincoln Museum in Hodgenville. And in 1st place is the Fraser Kentucky History Museum in Louisville. The Fraser History Museum is where the world meets Kentucky. On downtown Louisville's Main Street, the Fraser presents and preserves Kentucky history through artifacts, exhibitions, educational programs, bourbon tastings, and daily guided tours. You can see Kentucky history, Kentucky counties, pop culture, bourbon, the Lewis and Clark Expedition, the Stewart Historic Miniatures Collection, and the Founders Gallery. And don't forget, Kentucky Show, too. It's also the official starting point of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. And that's where we find our friends, Andy Trinan and Rachel Platt. Hey, guys.
Thanks, Kelsey. We are excited to welcome visitors from around the globe, including many who begin their bourbon excursions with our help.
And while you're here, enjoy the Spirit of Kentucky exhibition celebrating the history, craft, and culture of bourbon whiskey, America's only native spirit. With more than 100 bourbons bottled in Kentucky, it really is a tall task to narrow it down to the top 3. But Kentucky Living readers, you have spoken. 3rd place, Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, Bardstown.
2nd place, Buffalo Trace, Frankfort.
And 1st place, Maker's Mark, Loretto.
It is a true original. Maker's Mark redefined bourbon with its smooth, full-flavored taste thanks to their soft red winter wheat and a commitment to craftsmanship.
Every barrel is hand-rotated and aged to taste, and every bottle, yep, it is still hand-dipped in that iconic red wax in Loretto, Kentucky.
So come see us at the Fraser History Museum in downtown Louisville.
Including our latest exhibit, Davis Jewelers Love and Marriage, shining a light on the origins of Kentucky wedding traditions and the changing nature of love, courtship, and dating.
One thing's for sure, we all love Kentucky and the best in Kentucky. Now for the final category of this year's awards, here's Joe Arnold of Kentucky Electric Cooperatives. Hey, Joe.
How lucky are we to have such good friends and to live right here in the great Commonwealth of Kentucky? Did you see this issue of Kentucky Living in search of the best cheeseburgers there are in the Commonwealth? A great article in here by Ryan Craig. You can read that right now on KentuckyLiving.com. And on that note, we went and searched by Kentucky Living readers. Here's how they voted for the best hamburger in Kentucky. 3rd place, B&N Food Market, Baghdad. 2nd place, Leahy's Red Castle, Hodgenville. And first place, Bardstown Burger, Bardstown.
You all enjoy.
Burger bliss awaits in downtown Bardstown. Whether you're dining in downtown or hitting the drive-thru on Highway 62, Bardstown Burger delivers handcrafted perfection. Grilled onions, mushrooms, crispy bacon, local flavor stacked high. Friendly folks, savory bites, and sizzling charm make this the burger destination that keeps the hometown taste buds cheering. And yes, Heather, one of the great perks of publishing Kentucky Living is I assigned myself the job and just had lunch here at Bardstown Burger. Thanks again for hosting the Best in Kentucky Awards. Heather, back to you.
Thanks, Joe. Well, you can watch a replay and read all about today's winners on KentuckyLiving.com. Please be sure to like Kentucky Living on Facebook and follow us on X. Thanks again to the 2025 Best in Kentucky sponsor, the LaRue County Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations to all the finalists. We hope to see you on Thursday, August 14th at Kentucky Living Day at the Kentucky State Fair. Come see the entire Kentucky Living team in the South Wing lobby. And on behalf of the Kentucky Electric Cooperatives and Kentucky Living, thanks for watching. You're the best, Kentucky. Welcome to Kentucky Living. I already did it. Now he's the president of Kentucky's. Okay. Sorry. Travel in the Bluegrass rodeo show. Radio show. Please be sure to like Kentucky Living on Facebook and Facebook. Oh, okay. That made me laugh. Okay, ready?